What's the best dividend stock to buy? Is it Target, Macy's, or Home Depot? I'm going to compare these three dividend stocks in this video, and by the end of the video, I will answer which one is the best dividend stock to buy. So let's begin, starting with the dividend yield. Target offers a dividend yield of 2.67%. The Home Depot offers a dividend yield of 2.71%, and Macy's has the highest dividend yield of 3.92%. Of course, the dividend yield is not the only thing to consider when you're investing in a dividend stock because the stock price can change higher or lower, which can increase your total return and supplement the dividend yield, or it can fall enough to eradicate the dividend yield. So let's look at other financial metrics to consider if it will be helpful to the stock price and your total return for investing in these dividend stocks. Looking at revenue growth annual going back about 10 years, I've got Target, Macy's, and Home Depot. And looking at this, you see Home Depot has had the faster revenue growth for the most part of this last decade. Of course, the fluctuations during the pandemic changed things dramatically. Macy's experienced a huge dip and then a big rebound in the aftermath of the COVID-19 pandemic. Similarly, um, Target and Home Depot experienced similar boosts and then decreases as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. Going forward over the next 5 years, I suspect the Home Depot will deliver the best revenue growth out of these three companies. The Home Depot and the industry, the home improvement industry, is likely to persist in growth over the next several years. It's a $900 billion industry that continues to grow, and Home Depot continues to gain market share in that industry. Now, even though in its most recent year, Home Depot only grew revenue by 4%, over the longer run, you can reasonably expect Home Depot to grow revenue in the high single digits, something like 7 or 8%, where you cannot reasonably expect that high a revenue growth for Macy's or Target. They're more closer to the low single digit range for expectations in revenue growth. The next thing I wanted to look at is the operating profit margin over the trailing 12 months. And again, you can see Home Depot's dominance here with an operating profit margin well ahead of the others. And in the most recent update at 15.27% compared to 6% for Macy's and 3.53% for Target. Longer term, Target's operating profit margin likely to rise near 6%, and Macy's also likely to settle in around 6%. These fluctuations, as a result of the pandemic, you can see big drops and increases, and similar to Target, a big increase and then a drop, and then it should come back up and settle around 6%, its long run, our, our operating profit margin. Finally, I wanted to look at the valuation of these dividend stocks, and looking at them, the target is trading at a forward price to earnings of 14.56. Macy's is the cheapest dividend stock among these three dividend stocks at 4.295, a cheap valuation. And then Home Depot at a forward price to earnings of 17.09. So you've got some attractive dividend stocks here, and I wouldn't necessarily think it would be a bad idea to own all three of these dividend stocks. I like all three of these dividend stocks. I own Macy's. I've owned Macy's for some time now. I bought it a few years ago and I still own it. Although, if I was to say which is the best dividend stock to buy right now, I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now. I would lean more towards Home Depot. I would lean more towards Home Depot as the best dividend stock to buy. Despite its being the most expensive of these three dividend stocks, I like Home Depot's operating profit margin. I like Home Depot's ability to protect its business against competitors because very few companies can do what Home Depot does, and and I don't think any companies has done what Home Depot has done as effectively. If you compare Lowe's with Home Depot, Home Depot has beaten Lowe's in all important metrics for the last 5, 6, 7 years. So I really like Home Depot's execution. I really like Home Depot's business, and I like the market that Home Depot operates in. So if I was to pick one of these three dividend stocks right now to buy, I would be leaning towards Home Depot as the best dividend stock to buy. All right, that's all I've got for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you again soon.